Jordan.
Iain.
Who went scuba diving, found the lost city of Atlantis, and while rushing back to tell the people of Earth, got lost. But it's okay, because they met a shark, hit it off, fell in love, and now works a 9 to 5 at Starfish Bucks.
Jason Momoa?
No. Two guys. What? Hello and welcome to episode 177 of Two Guys What's Up, the weekly comedy podcast where today I'm more knackered than I have ever been before. But one guy who I'm sure is well rested is this guy. It's Jordan. Jordan, why don't you start by telling us what beautiful content you're going to be bringing to our ears today?
Well, Iain, I have for you some real Chinese proverbs.
Yes, I remember you texted me this the other day and I have been wholly anticipating. In fact, that's the reason I'm tired. I just couldn't sleep with excitement.
Oh, it makes sense. Yeah, it's exciting stuff.
4 days ago, that was.
It was 4 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Time's just gone to one for you, hasn't it? You've not slept that much.
Exactly. I've been asking you, please, can we record this episode? I need to sleep. You just kept stringing me along.
Yeah.
I'll get there, bud, when I get there. Don't worry about it.
It's interesting as well. The first one is Iain must sleep. I thought it was a bit on the nose, but I get it now. And with that, what have you got for us?
Well, Jordan, this week's case is not one of those neat little family-friendly paranormal stories, but it's the kind of case that I love to discuss because it refuses to stay in its lane. It starts as a childhood ghost story, then there's strange lights, clinical procedures, UFOs, emotional changes, and that recurring old favourite of high strangeness research, that feeling that whatever this is doesn't just happen once to a person, it keeps showing up and even follows bloodlines. For this is the story of Lori Drahl.
Uh-oh. Don't know what that is, but I'm excited.
Well, I've told you about this. Stop referring to people as that, because Lori Drahl is a person, Jordan. That's two for Iain, by the way.
No, I've not heard of that story.
Oh, right. I was like, yeah, this is the story of Lori Drahl. You're like, no idea what that is.
No, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to refer to anybody or imply that they are an object.
Well, I'm counting it. That's 2 all.
It's definitely not 2 all.
Fine. I'm catching up to you anyway.
Okay.
But Jordan, if people like what they hear today, where can they find more?
Well, it is kind of funny you should ask that, because we do have Patreon, where there are currently 34 episodes sitting up right now that you can get your hands on for just £3.
I don't need to, man. I'm the one that records them, so I don't think I need to get my hands on them. Thanks.
All right, then.
Kind offer, though.
No, Iain.
Huh?
For £3, the audience can have 34 bonus episodes. That's like $5. That's nothing.
No, that makes sense.
Costs you more to go to Starbucks for something like a tall, which you'd think is massive, but actually that's the smallest one, because they're idiots.
Agreed. But I think you meant to say Starfish Bucks.
Oh, yes, very good. Very nice, I like it.
Keeping it relevant.
Very good. And of course, Iain, you know, if the good old listeners want to look sexy and stylish this summer, we have Two Guys What's Up branded t-shirts on Patreon too. You know, they're super comfortable, they make you look sexy AF, and if you quite like a lovely cup of tea or a coffee in your morning, why don't you grab yourself an Aliens Are W***ers mug, which is once again accessible on our Patreon and accessed with one simple clickety-clickety-click of the description of this episode.
Yeah, and I just have to say, by the way, Jordan did say if you like a coffee in the morning or a tea in the morning, but if you're one of those nighttime coffee or tea drinkers, fuck off. Stay away from our mugs. All right?
Okay. No, Iain. No, they can do that too. It's fine. Or, if you're one of those proper weirdos that has a cold drink in a mug, go for it too.
Yeah, I agree with that as well.
We've got you covered.
But just so you know, I've cancelled like 100 people's Aliens Are Wackers mugs because they messaged us saying, I really love a cup of tea on a night. And I was like, get fucked.
Right, you're an idiot.
Delete, refund. Take your money and get to fuck, pal.
I hope you haven't. That would be awful.
I have. That's the thing. That's the truth.
Right, I'm off. No, it's fine. Whatever you need a mug for, it holds liquid, be that what you want it to be.
Okay, right.
It's there for you.
Yeah, I'm on board now. All you evening drinkers, come back. Come back. I'm sorry I was so mean. Back you come.
That's it. Iain's seen his ways.
I have. I've seen the error of all of my ways. I'm a changed person. But Jordan, before we jump into all the deliciousness of today, how the devil are you?
I'm very good, thank you, pal. But no one really cares about that because I've got to ask you, Iain. You've got an announcement and I'm freaking excited.
I have got a little bit of an announcement. I'm getting married. So I just never had the chance to do that when it actually happened because it was during COVID. So
Yeah, it was good.
So I just thought I'd get it out. But no, so this is the reason I'm tired. That is because I have started another podcast. Yes, it is a third, but it is with my son.
Very exciting.
My eldest, and it is called The Curious Creepy Club. And essentially, it is a nice entry-level podcast for kids who want to get into the paranormal. And I started this because my son, through no fault of my own, I always wanted to never reveal anything about my paranormal love to him because I didn't want to scare him.
Yeah.
So I didn't sit up at night putting him to bed just being like, watch out for alien greys. They'll pop into your room and steal you.
And then put up posters of communion and stuff around his walls.
Yeah, just fucking wallpaper his room with communion aliens.
Honestly, I thought you went a bit too far when you did it right above his bed on the ceiling.
And then lowered the ceiling. But I didn't want to introduce him to anything until later in life, if ever, really, because obviously he has his own interests. But it just so turns out that one of his interests is the paranormal. And he always wants to go on YouTube and search for scary things. But obviously we can't let him watch that stuff because it is too advanced in age for it.
Not appropriate.
Yeah. So I thought, bright idea, light bulb. I'll start a podcast with him so that I can teach him about paranormal stuff in a kid-friendly way while also allowing other children who want to learn this sort of stuff a nice little easy entry-level listening experience into the paranormal. So it has begun, and it is a monthly release, comes out the 15th of every month.
Which at the time of recording will have been released.
Well, holy shit. I'll put the link in the description, so if you or any of your little tykes want to get in on the paranormal, it'll be over there. But there is a little disclaimer that says, obviously, we are dealing with spooky content, so have a little listen first yourself and make sure it is appropriate for your child's comfort level.
Well, Ian's really only saying that so he gets double the listen count.
Shut up, man.
Sorry.
Give away my tactics.
Oh, yeah, I mean, you're just being really responsible.
Yeah.
Just make sure that you double-check it in your car system as well.
Yep.
And, of course, on all your devices around the house, just to make sure, you don't accidentally miss something.
Yeah, and to make sure it's not too loud, because you don't know how your child is going to listen to it. So I'm bad at EQing, mixing, all that sort of stuff. So it could be that all the levels are off. So, you put your kid's headphones in, all of a sudden his head blows up. And you don't want that.
That'd be great. The kid's like,
oh, I'm super excited to hear this.
just presses play. Oh, God. No, I don't think that will happen.
Well, fingers crossed. Do you know what's really funny?
Go on.
Like now, because I have two podcasts that are two extreme sides of the spectrum. So like one is full deep information, hardcore research, swearing, all the dirty, grimy details, which is obviously no, I'm kidding. So obviously Two Guys What's Up. And then on the other side, I have a kid-friendly where I have to be no bad language.
Yeah.
No gory details. When I was planning this episode that I'm going to go through today, I was finding myself toning down. And I was like, no, I got to switch modes.
Okay. So at one point on the Curious Creepy Club, it could be that one day you're like, Jordan. And then on Question Buggers, you'll be like, right, son.
Paul's like, right, what are we going into today? And I'm like, well, today we've got a nice little case about fairies. He's like, yeah, wrong show. Like, yeah, I haven't slept in 8 years.
And then when you do record it with your son, you'll be like, right, I've got 10 questions for you about
Fucking hell. Well, I sure hope that never happens.
I'm sure it won't. I think you'll be fine.
But yeah, sorry, back to my original point. The reason I'm tired is now because I have Two Guys What's Up to write, edit, record for. I have Question Buggers, which I have to write and record. Luckily, Paul deals with the editing for that. But now my son, because he's useless with a computer.
God, why did you even start?
I know. What the hell was I
Not
thinking?
even carrying his own weight. God.
Hey, he can't even write a script. Useless. So I now need to write, record, edit, and release the Curious Creepy Club. So I've got 3 shows which I'm all in on, essentially.
Yes. But I've heard the first episode. It's great fun and really cute. And finally, does that mean that we can know what your son's name is?
I guess so, because it's going to be out there.
And what is his name, Ian?
Raoul.
It's not.
What? That's what I put on the birth certificate when I went to name. Oh, my wife said she shouldn't trust me with it, but fuck, I think I've done it wrong.
It's all right. Never mind.
We just call him Dylan.
Yeah, that works, doesn't it? Yeah, Dill.
Yeah.
Like the herb.
Exactly like the herb, because he's green.
Like those alien posters you put up.
Yeah. I think you took them a little bit too literal.
Yeah, I love it. I'm excited, and I think it's a really good thing that you've done it.
Thank you very much. If you're feeling so inclined, Jordan, we could insert a little clip right here.
Let's do it.
Dill, have you any idea what creeper that you think we might be talking about today?
Is it the Iain Jobby?
It's not the Iain Jobby, one of the most notorious creepy cryptids that walks around the woods. I know, we'll get to him, I swear. But no, today, it is Bigfoot.
Do you know who Bigfoot is? So, Bigfoot is like one of these big, hairy creatures.
Yeah.
And he has really big feet. I mean, like, really big feet.
Yeah, I think that's why they give him the name.
Bigfoot.
Bigfoot.
Well done, Raoul.
Yeah, good job, Raoul. He's a good kid. But anyway, Jordan, this isn't the Curious Creepy Club. This is Two Guys What's Up. So, shall we jump into the good stuff of today?
Let's do it.
Right, Jordan. Our story today starts exactly where you're probably thinking it would. In a cave. We're in the mid-1960s, and it's here we meet Lori. At the time, she's just a kid, around 5 years old, and her and her family are visiting Hocking Hill State Park, which is a scenic area of forests, cliffs, waterfalls, and caves situated in southern Ohio. It's a lovely place by all accounts. Nature, peace, fresh air, and ghosts. One location there is called the Old Man's Cave, which is where the family is headed. So, what?
Sounds horrible. Carry on.
Sounds sexy, mate.
Okay.
Don't you diss my old man cave, which is not what you're thinking. So this is where the family's headed. So they turn up at the cave, take in the sights, and head in, with the parents leading the way and Lori following behind. Standard family formation. But then Lori stops dead in her tracks. In front of her, she sees a dark gap or depression in the ground. Whether it was a shadowed recess, a drop, uneven stone, or simply something that looked terrifying in a 5-year-old's eyes, she now feels frozen with fear. Her parents continue ahead and eventually stop and call for her to catch up, but she can't move. But luckily, an old man appears. He has a cane, looks calm, gentle, and by her account, non-threatening. He takes her by the hand, guides her safely across the frightening spot, and then, poof, he's gone again. But of course, when she finally catches up to her parents and tells them what happened, they insist there was no man. Nobody saw him, nobody spoke to him, and they chalk it up to imagination. But Jordan, the weird thing is that years later, Lori learned the cave was named after a real historical figure named Richard Rowe, who was an elderly hermit who reportedly lived in that cave in the late 18th century, and when he died there in 1796, he was buried nearby. So naturally, the paranormal version of the story writes itself. Did the spirit of an old hermit help a frightened child across his cave? Or did a scared 5-year-old briefly perceive an ordinary passerby that nobody else clocked? Either way, Jordan, I'm not ready to know what you think yet, because that was just the warm-up act.
Okay.
Because after that day, Lori reported developing a lifelong fear of falling.
Oh. I mean, if she ended up falling down a ditch, that'd be a ha-ha.
Oh, there's a f***ing callback to an episode that was like 5 weeks ago, so probably no one remembers it. So would you like to explain that again?
No.
Okay. Fair point.
So just a quick one.
Yeah.
You say that this man helped Lori when she was scared and then disappeared. In her account, does she mean that she saw him vanish, or did he sort of just wander off and was never seen again?
It's not really explained, so he's just not there. I mean, it might have been a case of she's helped to cross and then...
Looks away and then turns back.
Like maybe looks down to make sure she's past the scary bit and looks back and he's just gone.
Right. Okay.
But this fear of falling that she had, it wasn't just a sensible dislike of plummeting to your death, which we all share, but it was a deep-rooted phobia. Bridges, stairwells, open drops, holes in the ground, anything that involved
Ha-has.
losing... What?
Ha-has.
Ha-has, naturally, but no one knows what that means because you won't explain it. But anything that involved losing footing into darkness triggered something in her, and she carried it for years. And now, if we blast forward a few decades, we find Lori in her late 30s and she's in a barn, and suddenly a part of the floor gives way beneath her, sending her downward, breaking 2 vertebrae in her back.
Ooh, ouch.
Now, interestingly, some UFO researchers have pointed to this type of recurring fear, whether that be falling, being pulled upwards, dropping into shafts or holes, as symbolic echoes of abduction experiences. The theory being that the conscious mind forgets, but the body keeps the emotional imprint, which is speculative, but is one that many experienced researchers mention.
Yeah, okay. I get what they're going for with that.
But still, even if we ignore that entirely, it is odd that her earliest major fears centered on falling into darkness, and later in life had that exact thing happen to her. But anyway, we're going to blast back to her childhood now, because her experiences didn't end with that ghostly old figure in the cave. One night, while in bed, she woke up to see a figure outside her bedroom window. Pale, bald, sunken eyes.
God.
Yeah, tell me about it. As a child, the closest comparison she had was Uncle Fester from the Addams Family.
Wow.
But we all know what this fucker was, and it was just standing there, staring at her.
Okay. Did anyone else see it, or was this just her?
No, she was just in bed.
So, a proper creeper.
Just woke up, looked out the window, big fucking alien creeper like, hey, what's up?
So, it was an alien
That's what I'm assuming it was.
who looked like Fester.
Well, that's the closest comparison she had, because I don't know if you have ever seen Addams Family.
Oh, yeah.
So Uncle Fester, he's pale skinned, he's got the black rings around his eyes, he's bald headed.
Yeah.
So that's all she can liken it to.
Weird. Okay.
Now, we could chalk this event up to sleep paralysis, a hypnopompic hallucination, light distortion through the glass, or a childhood memory later shaped by adult interpretation. But if you're 5 or 6 years old and you wake up to a bald, pale face in the window, you're not generally casually sat there calmly running diagnostic options. You shit yourself.
Wow. Is that the noise you make when you shit yourself?
That is the noise I make, yeah. I have to grunt. Lori said later in life that 2 memories came to her that were especially disturbing. One, she sees her mother and grandparents seated on a bench against a strange curved wall. They're motionless, rigid, facing forward and unresponsive. She tries to speak to them, but they don't react, which as a child is terrifying.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen that study they did with, I think it was 3-year-olds, where the mother will sit opposite them and they'll react to the child's movement? So like the child will make a move and the mum will laugh along and copy and stuff like that, and they'll have the facial features moving and the kid responds to that. But then they did the study next where the child moves and the mother just stays motionless,
right,
and like doesn't move her face and just essentially blankly stares at the child, and the kid starts to freak out.
Oh, right, okay. I mean, that is going to be creepy, though.
It is, because obviously when you're a child, your parents are the authority figures and the ones that you go to if you're in trouble, you need help, you're scared, something like that. So to see them unresponsive in this bizarre situation would be horrific.
Yeah, and also it removes all human aspect of you, doesn't it? You know, the emotion, and we often show emotions through our gestures and our mannerisms, our face.
Yeah.
So having that as a statue is so far removed.
Yeah, it's just going to be creepy and disturbing.
Ugh.
In the other memory, she recalls laying on a table beneath a bright white light while unseen beings or presences manipulated her hand, and around her were strange instruments and ring-like objects etched with symbols that she couldn't understand. But as an adult, she came across the book Illustrations in Abduction by John E. Mack, which was published in 1994, and in it were pictures that resembled devices from her memories, which is why cases like hers are interesting, because they're repeated themes seen elsewhere.
Right, okay. So this is now the camp of an abduction scenario.
Oh yeah, she's now in the firm camp of I've been abducted by creepers.
Okay.
Poor lass. So at about 10 years old, the family moved into a split-level house built on a former farmland, and here, the weirdness only escalated. On the very first night, she was laid in bed, and she noticed tiny glowing dots of light moving across her bedroom wall. Tiny little things, drifting, darting, and changing direction, and she said that when she pointed at them, she felt like they reacted.
Are these lights inside the house then, on just on her wall?
Well, looking back, you know, they could be headlights, insects, eye floaters, or imagination, or a number of normal things. But luckily, nothing else happened that night. But honestly, who knows what they were? I think it's just another thing to add to the list of weirdness. But another night, Jordan, came with one of the strangest details in the whole case. Lori said that her and her foster sister Kathy were in bed plucking loose fibres from a bedspread, as bored children did before the internet, tablets and games consoles, and they rolled these fibres up into little bits and dropped them onto the dresser next to them. But then the fibres began to glow white and began crawling upwards.
What? Okay.
Moving up the furniture like tiny living threads.
Ugh.
Which is weird.
I don't like that.
Yeah, it's horrible, isn't it? Later on, Lori wondered whether Kathy's traumatic upbringing may have played some role in the strangeness that went on in the house. As we know, with some poltergeist activity, it's normally attached to cases involving stress, adolescence, or family tension, that kind of thing.
I mean, could be.
But as Lori got older, she became fascinated with the paranormal rather than avoiding it. She read book after book and leaned into psychic subjects, mediumship, ghosts, and UFOs, which is often the case. People become interested in the topics because something happened to them first. So now we need to jump forward to about 13 years old, and with the promotion of her into her teens comes a direct UFO sighting. Looking through the blinds in her bedroom one night, Lori reported seeing a disc-shaped craft moving silently above the nearby treetops. It had rotating red and white lights around the edge, turning counterclockwise. Obviously, there was no engine noise, no roar, just gliding. And sadly, through her teenage years came another recurring theme common in experience in literature: depression, melancholy, and a powerful feeling that she wanted to go home. But not home, not Ohio where she was from, somewhere where she couldn't name.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't know if we've spoken about this a whole lot before, but the homesickness for elsewhere theme appears in various spiritual and UFO stories. Some interpret it as psychology, alienation, depression, identity searching, but others take it literally as a memory of another origin.
That would be really annoying, wouldn't it? Because that would be something, an itch you could never scratch.
Yes, yeah, it would be one of those things like, I want to go home, but I don't know where the fuck it is.
Yeah. And you maybe don't even know in your mind or maybe even picture it, but it's like a feeling.
Yeah, it's like, I kind of feel like I kind of want to know where I want to go. It's like, you know, when somebody says, what do you want to eat for tea tonight? And you're like, I'm hungry, but I don't know.
Yeah, true, yeah.
That's a nice little way for our audience to be able to put themselves in Lori's shoes there.
Yeah, very good.
So after all this spooky shit, Lori began seeing her life not as isolated incidents, but as one continuous pattern. The old man in the cave, the watcher in the window, frozen relatives, the clinical room, the lights, the fibres, the craft, the strange inner feelings, and perhaps most unsettling of all, she believes similar odd experiences touched the next generation too, in the form of her very own children.
Oh, what, like it's passed on?
Yeah, so it's another common theme. So researchers like Bud Hopkins and David Jacobs argued that certain experiences seemed to recur in families across generations. And that is when it gets real scary, because when it's happening to you, you know, you find ways to deal with it, which isn't a good thing, you know, you shouldn't have to deal with this sort of shit. But when it starts happening to your kids and you can't control it, that's when it's awful. Another way to put this into perspective for our listeners, because I'm all about that today apparently, it's like, you know, when you feel sick yourself, you're like, oh, well, you know, I'll just drink some water, go to bed, try and eat something, and you get through it. But when, like, your 5-year-old feels ill, and they're like, what do? I feel sick. And you're like, just try drink some water. And they're like, it doesn't help. Like, you know, you can't physically do anything to help them. You feel so shit about it.
Yeah. So a question about that then. When you're referring to, you know, someone's offspring feeling these similar ways, do you mean that they have experienced potentially an abduction too, or it's sort of somehow passed through the genes, the feelings and everything attached to it?
No, so it's like they just move on to the next one.
So do you mean the memories, or that the children are now experiencing abductions themselves?
Yeah, so the kids start experiencing paranormal activity. So it's not the genetic memory that's passed on and they get the same feelings as you. It's like they start seeing the creepers in the window.
Right, okay.
Not very nice.
Interesting.
So Lori's own conclusion was that whatever this phenomenon is, she didn't see it as benevolent space brothers arriving with hugs and renewable energy. She believed it involved manipulation of memory, consciousness, and emotion, and time. She absolutely thought it was real, and that people were experiencing something genuine but poorly understood. So Jordan, we need to ask ourselves, was Lori genuinely dealing with some outside intelligence that had followed her family through generations? Honestly, I ain't got a clue. So real or not, if she so much as believes these things are happening, that is pretty shit. But Jordan, after all that, I just want to know, what do you think?
Oh, there's a whole heap of stuff that's going on there, isn't there?
Yeah, fair few amount of experiences.
And it seems like, I mean, theoretically, there were other witnesses to some of it, like those fibres and a foster sister, was it?
Yeah, foster sister Kathy. And obviously her parents and grandparents have also been abducted, so that shows that it started with them 2 generations back, and then carried on with Lori, and then carried on with her children. So it's showing the generational lineage there.
Oh, I've just had a thought.
Oh.
Okay, let's say that Lori, just for this example, in an alternate universe somewhere, that Laurie's experiencing all of this, and maybe, as you've just said, as a result of a generational thing where it's passed down and the newest generation experiences it.
Yep.
Well, what do you think would happen if Laurie ended up being adopted by another family, and therefore technically she wouldn't be part of that family anymore?
That's a very good question.
Do you think it would still continue?
I mean, trust you to bring up the adoption thing, God.
What do you mean?
I'm kidding. But no, that's a very good question. I guess it would just be the offspring of the one who they're interested in. Because it might be a DNA thing,
Yeah.
or it might be a spiritual thing.
In which case, adoption wouldn't change that, would it, for the DNA?
Yeah, so I guess of the family who the child was adopted from, it would end with them in their line and just continue in a different family line, but with the one with the same DNA or spiritual connection or whatever it was that attracts them to this specific person.
Weird. Yeah, I've never thought about that before, but I mean, there's no way of checking and finding out.
Just Google it, bro.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it'd be helpful.
Oh, have you tried Ask Jeeves?
Yeah, he's rubbish.
I mean, he's doing wonderful things these days.
Too busy still trying to get my drink. Shit, butler.
You thought he was a real waiter. You open up your phone, Ask Jeeves, can I have a Coke, please? I'm sorry, I can't help you with that. Fuck's sake.
Yeah, weird. I really don't know what to make of it. Do you think then, going back to the very beginning of that story with the man and the cave and so on, that was to do with an alien encounter?
To be honest, it might just be a case that she is open to that side of things, you know, like I said, whether that be spiritually or it's something within her that allows her to see past the void that other entities are interested in. Maybe she can just see ghosts.
Okay.
And that was a separate event.
Right. But all just high strangeness, as opposed to it being, you know, all aliens and they were just in disguise or something.
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, whatever it seems to be very alien.
Yeah, definitely. And there's supposed craft that she saw as well near the end as she was an adult.
Yeah. So I'm guessing, you know, she could just see the spiritual side of things and that was a separate event.
I wonder if things stopped happening to her when her children experienced stuff.
I would say not, based on the fact that she was abducted and saw her parents and grandparents there.
Right, okay.
So if they're all still being abducted while she is, I dare say when her children start experiencing things,
she'll be there too.
Yeah, they all still will be.
Creepy. Poor Lori.
Yeah, poor Lori.
Fascinating story, though. I like it.
Thank you very much. So, Jordan, I am in desperate need of some Chinese proverbs, please, because I've just lost my way.
Oh, have you? Well, I've got you covered, pal.
Oh, yeah.
So, Chinese proverbs. They're sort of like idioms that can be fairly poetic and they're meant to be wise, of course. That's the whole point of them. Mm-hmm. But they are Chinese. Therefore, when you translate them quite literally, some of them get kind of strange.
You know what? I love looking at TikToks where people who can speak Chinese go through people's tattoos.
Oh, yeah. And they're like, it's your mum or something.
Yeah. The only one that sticks in my mind was I eat ass.
Yeah, I'd never get a foreign tattoo for that very reason because I could not be certain that that is what it should be.
Thing is, there's a lot of ways you can fact check.
It's true.
I don't understand how people ever come away with something that says, I'm the chicken master or something.
Unless that's what they want.
But yeah, that's true, yeah. I am a chicken man.
Chicken master.
You are aware your tattoo says chicken master. It's like, yeah.
What of it?
I am the fucking chicken master. Bagark off.
Oh, brilliant. Okay. So these Chinese proverbs, they're kind of odd and they're real. They are true proverbs that have been translated, but I've listed them in a way that I think they get gradually less and less obvious.
Okay.
So I need your help. I'm going to send you them, and I want you to see if you can tell me what you think it's trying to get at.
In what world do you think I'm going to be able to read Chinese?
They're not in Chinese, Ian. They're translated.
Okay, still. But carry on. Yeah, go ahead.
True, yeah, okay. They're in English, but that doesn't mean anything, does it?
If you guys heard an unedited episode of this fucking podcast, it'd be 8 hours long.
Yeah, oh, never mind. So, yeah, I'd like you to try and define the meaning if you can. Then I'll let you know what they actually mean.
All right.
Cool.
I mean, I'll also charge you my phone, but whatever. I'll pick it up for you.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Let me send these to you now. Try not to read ahead if you can.
I'm going to get stuck at the first word, bud. No worries about that.
Shall I send it to, your phone?
No, send it to my wardrobe if you want.
No, stop being facetious. Carrier pigeon, yeah, fine.
Yeah. Right, I've got them.
Okay, so starting off, I think, fairly easy, the translated proverb is, try to fetch water with a bamboo basket, yet end up with nothing.
Okay, so I dare say this means if you try to collect something that has holes in it, you'll get nothing, but it's probably attributed to, like, emotions and relationships.
Maybe, I guess it could be. So that the meaning of that is that all your effort was wasted.
Right.
So imagine, like, a scenario is that you've just hung out your freshly laundered washing.
Yep.
You've realised right after you've done all that you forgot to add the detergent.
Oh, Oh,
Yeah, so it's kind of like a poetic way of saying you wasted your time.
okay, that makes more sense.
Like, what else were you expecting to happen when you've got a basket full of holes?
Okay, got you. Yeah.
So, the real life translated use as an example would be, I studied forever on this test and still failed. It's like trying to fetch water with a bamboo basket, you end up with nothing.
Got it. That makes more sense.
There you go.
Still tired.
So, second one for you, pulling on the sprouts to make them grow faster.
Does that mean, so, like, take your time, don't rush things?
You got it in one.
Yeah.
That's exactly it. Rushing things only makes it worse.
Redemption.
So, yes, for now. The classic overachiever mistake. So it's like, oh, the seedlings aren't growing fast enough. Well, I'll just yank it up a bit. That'll help.
That ain't gonna work.
Yeah.
You'll never make it as a farmer.
Yeah, it's very true. So real life usage of that would be, he rushed it and he made it worse. Stop yanking sprouts.
That's what I call my penis.
Third one. Playing the lute to a cow.
Again, is that like wasted efforts? Wasted energy doing something to somebody that can't appreciate it?
You are on it, yeah, that's literally it. So, wasting your words on someone who doesn't understand or appreciate what you're saying.
Got it.
Playing the lute to a cow. So, an example of this would be, imagine that you're passionately performing a beautiful melody, pouring your soul into every note on the lute, but you're playing it to a cow who's just standing there, blinking slowly and eating grass.
Actually, he just hates the lute. He's like, moo.
So yeah, that is the perfect idiom really for situations where the audience just isn't getting it. Or, maybe worse, that they simply don't care.
Yeah, okay. I like that one.
So, real life usage, talking about that with him is like playing a lute to a cow.
Got it.
There you go. Another one for you. Ride a donkey while searching for a horse.
Right, so this is essentially... I'm getting the feeling it's like you're looking for something while you've already got something.
Okay, can you elaborate?
I can feel it, but not put it into words.
What, feel the donkey?
Yeah, I have a very vivid imagination.
It's very clever.
So it's like, it's like saying, why are you looking for something that you're going to use in the exact same way you're using the thing you've got now?
You're sort of on the right lines with it. I'd give you that one. So, it is settling temporarily while searching for something better.
Okay.
An example, not a very nice one, but an example would be, imagine you're on a date with someone who's nice, but you know, meanwhile, on the date, you're swiping Tinder on the table and hoping that someone better shows up.
Right, okay, that's not what I was getting at.
Okay, then you're wrong.
I am wrong, I'll admit it. What I was sort of thinking is like, you know, I mean, I used to be this way, but you know, like when, I don't know, say the new iPhone comes out, and then someone's like, oh, I need a new phone. Oh, the new iPhone's come out. I desperately need it. And someone's like, mate, you're holding an iPhone 15 in your hand right now.
Right.
It's like, you've already got the thing, so why not just use that one?
Oh, I see. Yeah, so okay, maybe slightly different.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is about, I'll give you an example. Real life usage was, her current boyfriend? Just a donkey while he's out hunting horses.
Got it. See, now, when you put it like that, I get it.
Yeah, there you go. Ride a donkey while searching for a horse. Just means you're looking for something better constantly.
Got it.
Another one. It's hard to get off the tiger once you're on it.
Which is true.
I imagine it is. I've not tried.
Is this something along the lines of once you start yourself on a track, it's hard to then get off it onto something else? Maybe like, for example, you go, I've done my degree, I'm going to be a CEO of my own company in 10 years, but I need money now, so I'll start at Sainsbury's. So then once you start that job, you're kind of stuck on the track of doing that. And you kind of never get off and do the other thing.
Yeah, essentially. The meaning is basically being stuck in a difficult situation that you cannot escape.
Right.
So, again, imagine that you're riding that tiger, Ian. First of all, you're an idiot. But secondly, try getting off without being eaten. Good luck with that.
Yeah.
So this proverb is really for any time that someone was to say, sure, I'll help you with that project, and then they become the unpaid event coordinator doing all the work.
Got you.
That kind of idea. So the usage of that would be, the project has started, we're stuck riding the tiger now.
Got it.
You know, you can't really escape it.
Can't really back out.
Exactly. So these are where I think it starts to get a little bit less maybe obvious, but we'll see.
This is where it starts?
Well, we'll find out. We'll see.
I got lost at riding a donkey.
It is. You drew a snake, then gave it legs.
Is it like when you overdo something? So like you do a bit of work and you're like, yeah, that's perfect. But then you're like, oh, I'll just keep making it better, but you fuck it up by doing so.
Kinda, yeah, it's exactly that. You ruin something by doing too much.
Yes.
Well done.
Thank you.
So the example here would be, let's say you had a perfectly fine snake drawing, Ian. You've done the best details that you could. And then you decide to get a bit all extra and, decide to slap on a pair of legs. Now it's looking like a lizard. Why?
Why?
And, it's also likened to, over-seasoning while you're cooking. Now you've ruined the dish.
Or over-editing while you're doing a podcast. A podcast. A podcast.
Are you ready to move?
A podcast. A podcast.
Don't know what you mean. Anyway, the real life usage of that, he made a great PowerPoint, but those last few graphs were unnecessary, like adding legs to a snake.
Got it.
Another one for you. When the tree falls, the monkeys scatter.
When the tree falls, the monkeys scatter.
Yeah, that's what I said.
I'll just read it back to myself.
It hasn't changed.
Is it something to do with when everything comes tumbling down, the people responsible are nowhere to be found?
Ooh, kind of, yeah. So the meaning of it is, let's say when the leader falls, the followers then abandon them. I'll give you an example. Let's say when people ghost you after you lose some influence or money, or you just stop being cool,
Yeah.
when it no longer benefits them, they just abandon you.
Right.
That's the meaning. So again, real life usage would be, the moment he resigned, all people flattering had disappeared. Classic monkeys scattering after the tree falls.
Got it. So I was half right there.
Yeah. That picture is great. That's perfect.
You inspired me.
It looks like Pokemon.
It does.
That's great. Another one is a chicken that fell into soup.
Ooh, right. So
Good luck.
So this has got to be something like a person who is perfect for a situation just by happenstance falling into being like in that situation. Like the other day when I was walking down the street and just by happenstance some guy was like, oh wow, I'm so glad I walked down the street that I don't normally because I'm a modelling agent and you're beautiful. It's like I was a chicken that just fell into the soup. I was perfect for the situation.
Oh,
and
I
it
see.
accidentally happened.
I get where you're coming from.
Or it could be like an idiot falls into a situation that they shouldn't or wouldn't want to be in.
That's very interesting. Both of those make total sense, but not it.
Oh, wow, okay.
So this is basically the Chinese version of a drowned rat, meaning, someone who's soaking wet.
Oh, right.
So it's very literal. Again, imagine, you're stepping outside into a storm with no umbrella, then, 5 seconds later you're dripping wet.
Yeah.
You look like, a chicken that fell into the soup.
See, they could have made that less obvious. They could have said the chicken that fell into the river or something, because chicken and soup, they go very well together.
Yeah, very true. Except it's not cooked and not eaten. It's just confused and wet.
Okay, fair, yeah.
Regretting life choices by the sounds of it.
Like most cocks I know.
Another one. Heavenly flowers falling on chaos.
Is that like seeing the beauty in something horrible?
Ooh, I like that. It's not.
Damn it.
But I quite prefer that, actually, so I'd feel like I'd give you that point.
Oh, you're very kind.
I am. This is Heavenly Flowers Falling on Chaos is basically someone who talks a lot of pretty nonsense.
Oh.
You might have a friend who gives a long flowery speech, as it were, but they don't actually say anything. It's a little bit like politicians, I suppose.
Yeah. Like Barnum statements, I guess, of compliments.
I mean, it doesn't necessarily have to be compliments, but it's just language that's been flourished a little bit.
Right.
To make it sound better than it is, but actually they're saying really very little at all.
Got ya.
An example for real life would be, he talked like flowers were chaotically falling from heaven, but didn't do a thing.
Got it.
Another one, or should I say, penultimate one, is picking bones out of an egg.
This must be something like searching for something when there's nothing to find.
Oh, you've done it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. So the meaning of that is nitpicking for problems that aren't really there.
Making a mountain out of a molehill.
Or picking bones out of an egg.
Yeah. Which makes sense.
So yeah, the proverb is the kind of ultimate call out for picky people in your life, Ian. So you hand someone a perfectly good egg, cooked to their perfection, and then somehow they manage to find non-existent flaws.
Got it. I like that one.
Yeah, it's quite good. So real life usage would be, she's always picking bones out of eggs. She's never satisfied.
Cool.
And the last one, I found this the most confusing. You might get it, I don't know, we'll see. A dog bites Lou Dogbin.
Is Lou Dogbin a person?
Yeah, so it's one of the 8 immortals, I found out.
Okay. So is it like biting the hand that feeds or something? Like turning on the one that gives you sustenance, food, that kind of thing?
You know, I'll give it you, yeah. I mean, the meaning of a dog bites Lou Dogbin is that you try to help someone and then they just turn on you.
Right. Yeah.
So very close to what you're saying. So again, just to reiterate, the proverb refers to Lou Dogbin, who I didn't know, but now I do, is one of the 8 immortals, and according to the legend, he tried to help a dog and it bit him instead.
What a bastard.
So in other words, you try and be a good person and then you kind of end up regretting it.
Yeah.
Real life usage of that would be, I helped him, but he yelled at me, like a dog biting Lou Dogbin's hand.
I'm just looking up Lou Dogbin. He looks pretty cool.
He's got a dog attached to his hand.
Yeah, he looks like he's in pain.
But yeah, there you go. They are some real Chinese proverbs that maybe on the surface don't necessarily seem as obvious as what they're meaning. But honestly, you did a really good job. I'm impressed.
Ah, thank you very much, sir.
A lot of those I looked at and I didn't have a clue.
Always nice to get high praise from Jordan.
Because I'm such a twat.
Generally, yeah. I'm kidding. No, they were very interesting. I like it when I have to use my brain. I like being tested.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, I like general knowledge questions or things that I kind of have to decipher. It makes me feel smart.
I like it, okay. Well, careful what you wish for.
You fucking bring it on, pal.
Deal.
But anyway, does that about bring us round to the end of today's episode?
I think it better do.
Oh, nice one. Thank you for tuning in to today's episode of Two Guys What's Up. Don't forget to follow the show wherever you listen to us so you don't miss another episode, and maybe even tell a friend. Take your friend to a cave. Find a ghostly old man and just say to him, I've got this donkey. Have you got any horses to swap for it? Because, you know, I want something better. And if he says no, remove the speaker from your back pocket, which you have taken in preparation, and full blast Two Guys What's Up at him as punishment.
Beautiful. And if you'd like to get in touch with us, our linktree link is in the bio of this episode, which you can click on and find all the information you need, along with our Two Guys Hotline WhatsApp number, which is 07395 840 199.
And don't forget to check out the Patreon if you want to help support the show and get some cool stuff while you do so.
But if you can't do that and you'd still like to help us out, then a 5-star rating and review in your podcast app of choice would be the best and the freest way to do that for us, and we would be massively grateful.
Oh, yes, we would.
But on that note, thank you very much for listening. You have an amazing rest of your week, and we will, of course, see you back here next Monday.
Bye. Cabbages. I am a chicken man, and I like to eat sandwiches. I am a chicken man, that's why I like to walk down the town and punch all grannies, because they don't eat any cabbage anymore.
He is a chicken man.
Because their innies can't take it, because they're really old. I am a chicken man. Thank you very much. Yeah, I mean, Dylan's enjoying it. And I mean, I don't know, not to take any credit away from him, because he's doing a very good job, but I'm not sure how long the interest will stick with it.
Yeah.
I promised him if we get to episode 100, I'll buy him a microphone like mine.
Or just take the posters down.
No, the posters stay. I'm firm on the posters.